That is indeed the weather for you today. It's been doing just about everything. Here we are, the 8th of July, 2021. The weather. The weather. The weather. Let's put our glasses on and see if we can see a little better, or whether it's better without. What would you say? I suspect the temperature is slightly warmer than one would think, but we had a thundering thunderstorm, and of course this means that probably the temperature has severely gone down, and you could say almost the sun is coming out. Yes, guys, it's something that's often discussed, as you well know. In the UK, people eternally ask you, what's the weather like? What's the weather doing? What's it with you? What's the weather up to? Not what time is it? Not how are you? How's the cat? How's your mother? How's your dad? No. What's the weather doing? Well, I can tell you, it's doing all sorts today. We had just some incredible weather. I would say almost frightening, almost shocking. Certainly for this time of year, you could say lightning. Really rather strange. But I suspect, like so many things, it's all to do with global warming. And global warming, of course, means that what happens? We have to start selling water. Water? There's heaps of water. All the glaciers are melting. There's oodles of water. We're not short of water. We're not short of wind. We need a few desalination plants. That we can do with. Because, of course, we need those. What do we need those for, guys? Desalination plants. It takes the salt out of the water. And it becomes... What does it become? It becomes, yes, you all guessed it, it becomes fresh water. It becomes drinking water. It means that we can irrigate our crops. And if we want to grow our own vegetables, then of course we can. We have the water to do it. Excuse me, slight hiccup there. We have enough, sufficient water to do it with. And I think that's a little more important, would you not say, you golfers, than watering the golfing greens? We need to irrigate our paddy fields because we need to grow rice. Is that not correct? We need to cultivate. We need to cultivate ourselves. We need to cultivate food because our fuel is food, not petrol, not oil. So, if you remember that, guys, you'll be okay. But, no, don't forget it. We need it. We need it for growing. Yes, that's me. It's back again. I'm back again on screen. And it's going to be a short one today. I did tell you. I did warn you. Now, what do we have more of in Italy? No. Let's start with England, because they're in the final of the European Football championship. Against who? Lo and behold, we've got on the screen, they're playing on Sunday. Yes? Who is it? You got it? That's correct. It's Italy versus England. England, did you know, is the windiest country in Europe. I don't believe it. I think it's much more windy up in the Shetlands, up in Scotland. You try living in Norway or Finland or Sweden, Denmark. Well, Denmark's continental Europe. You try living up in the Shetland Islands and the Orkney Islands where the wind comes down. Well, it doesn't come down, rain comes down. Wind blows across, and when it blows, it blows. We get 250 kilometre an hour winds. Can you believe it? A wind of 250 kilometres an hour. You don't even go out of the house. So, what do? We put up wind generators and generate all our power from wind. Or the tide. We can use the tide. And we can use the waves. So we're okay. And as they say in English, well, you're okay, Jack. What about me? What about you? You, in Italy, you've got more sun in Italy and in Spain than you know what to do with. But, of course, things are not done correctly. And if things are not done correctly, then things just don't happen. And if they do happen, they happen the wrong way. So, what's the result? We haven't got any nuclear power. We can't rely on our friend Putin. Is that the way you pronounce Putin? Well, why should we rely on Gazprom? Because we jolly well have to rely on Gazprom for our gas. It comes from Russia, all the way across northern Europe. It cuts Ukraine in half and comes across to Italy. And is it refined? Is gas refined? Oh, I've no idea. I'm not an expert. Do you know anything about gas refineries? I suppose it must be in some way. And then what have we got? We used to rely on our gas from our friend, what was his name? Ah, you remember, the dictator. Yes, the grand dictator of all times, Gaddafi. Ha, he's no longer. So, we ain't got no gas from Libya. So what do? We rely on solar panels. Well, we get some solar panels working. We do have a lot of sun, fortunately. Although looking around today, you wouldn't say that, would you? Look at that black sky. Ah, it's as black as your hat. So we don't have a great deal of sun today, but usually we do, and we can survive with that. So we're lucky. Geothermal. Oh, is that economically viable? Viable? Economically? What's that? What is economically viable? Economically viable means whether or not you can extract it. Extract what? Geothermal what? Geothermal, my friends, is hot water. It's already hot. Yup, it's already hot. It's already hot. So you've got your geothermal power, and we've got our wind power, but really top of the tricks, we've got our solar power. And I think, well, look at the mess. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at this. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. What's happened? What has happened? The heavens opened and the rain came down. So I think we've had enough for today, water-wise. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Well, is that not threatening? If that isn't threatening, then I don't know what is. But anyway, let's take it in our stride and remember the 5th of December. In fact, shut up, shut up, shut up. In fact, today is the 8th of July, 8787. And what does that mean? It means that it is Andrea's birthday. So we'll have a special one for Andrea. And it's really true to say, somebody said the other day about learning languages. There is a language that I'm going to tell you all about. Do you want to know what it is? It's a language called silence. Silence. Now, when you get total and absolute and entire silence, it's gorgeous. Look at it. Quiet, peaceful. You're out in the country. What more do you want? I mean, what more do you want? You're out in the country, you're in the middle of nature. You've got the birds and the bees and the honeymoon trees and the hedges. So, don't complain. Life is too short. Live it to the fullest. And with that, I think today we can close just by saying, my goodness, it's been a tough one. Full, fuller, fullest. Thank you. And we'll be live streaming shortly again on any time, I guess. It could be tomorrow. Who'd like that? Yes? No. Okay, well, let's make it on Saturday then. Okay? Saturday it is. Goodbye. God bless. Thank you.